Alrighty, so I'm going to take the roof off of this and lighten it up so it's easier to pull around. Not that it's hard to pull around, but it's pretty heavy, and the lid's the heaviest, well, really heavy. Kind of a pain to open it up and whatnot. So I'm taking this off. I'm going to keep the metal. I'm going to reuse the metal. I'm just changing the 2x. There's 2x4s with furring strips on there now. I'm just going to put 2x2s on it. And we'll put the hinge up the other way so it hinges this way instead of this way. I already made the roof portion of it the other evening. So I'm taking these off. My original plan is to hinge it up that way instead of back this way. Mainly because when you hinge it back this way, there's nothing back here to keep it from flipping up. And but most times I got something under the back end anyway, so it don't fall. Because the axle is really close to the middle. The axle's really close to the center. And it wants to flip back when you do that. But this way here, I got props under the front. So that definitely helps it if I would flip it that way. This here's heavy. Man, Lanes, that is heavier than I thought. Yeah, this here's, that's probably 75 pounds versus 4 or 5 pounds. Maybe not quite that heavy, but it's awkward. It's pretty dang heavy. This here's over top the nesting boxes, so they can't climb it on top. And then this, let me see here once. Let me spin you guys around. This here is over top the nesting boxes. And these nesting boxes is just milk crates with a hole cut in them. At nighttime we can spin them so the chickens can't lay and sleep in there. And then in the mornings we can come out and flip it around. This style chicken tractors, personally for the egg layers, I like it way better than the Johnson Scopevich style. My wife just scared the crap out of me. So anywho, I think I'll take these off. And then I'll put the hinges up on that end. This is going to lighten it up a lot, actually. what I need to do is take these off, or at least the top screws out, and pull it back so I can stick the hinges in, so I can mount the hinges. I'm probably only going to put 2 hinges, one over here and one over there. I don't know that I'll put all 3 in this time like I had it before, because it's going to be so much lighter. I shouldn't need all 3. Can't speak for everybody else, but when I'm doing something outside like this, I always put all my stuff in a bucket. And trust me, we have lots of buckets, but never enough buckets. Never have enough buckets. There's a Torx bit on that one. So now I've got to just line the poles back up. I'm going to flip it up and see how it feels to flip it up and see what it's. Oh my, nice and lightweight, for sure. Nice and lightweight. Sorry if I'm boring. Just want to do a how-to on stuff and show you our progress, and hopefully we can all learn from one another. This piece here, I'll let it loose until I put the other piece up on there, because I know I got to overlap it somewhat, and how much I don't know for sure. So that's good there where it was. Good enough for what it is anyways, huh? That's my drill. And that is it for the roof, guys. Just got to make my, oh my, so much lighter. That's going to be a lot nicer. It's still pretty heavy, but it's way lighter than it was. Be close. I think I'm going to have to cut a little bit off. I'm going to put my latch back on, but see, this here pretty light, which it was before. It was connected because that's because the axles are in the center. I'm pretty sure I'll show you the I'll link the videos of me building this below so you can watch me building it. We'll see what you think of it there. So right now I'm gonna go get my saw and cut the top off. So hopefully I can just cut this off with that step. I mean, if I gotta move the step, I gotta move the step. Not a big deal. Should have grabbed a pair of safety glasses and I never, but battery's dead. Of course, why wouldn't it be? One thing you should have checked before you come down here. This near's half dead, but it'll be enough to cut that off. Is that going to be enough? Oh yeah, perfection. Now I just got to put the latch back on it. The thing is to figure out where you're going to put this, and I think I'll put it right here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'll stick it in right there. I got to drill a hole through that sheet metal. With a really dull drill bit. There we got to. Where did I put that? Oh, there it is. But then what I normally do is I'll just take a regular screw instead of drilling a hole. I'll just stick a screw in there, take it back out, and that gives me a pilot hole for this thing. Now I can stick this in there and screw it tight, and it'd be good. That's how I always do it. There we go. Let me loosen that up just a little bit. There, perfection. So our plan is to split the flock, put the smaller birds with the small rooster in this coop, and move them around this summer, and let the bigger rooster and the bigger rooster and the bigger birds where they are, and build them a permanent coop and a permanent chicken yard for this summer. So what I want to do in the next week or two, hopefully, depending on the weather, is split them out, and I'll put the smaller birds down here in the garden, in the big garden, where I didn't have enough compost. I just got a bunch of leaves piled up, and where that is, I'll just fence them in. They can go in there and scratch all them weeds and leaves and whatnot up in there between now and, say, March, April, when I start planting stuff. May, actually down here I won't plant nothing till May, so I could probably let them in there from now till May, which will give me 3 months of good composting and whatnot. I just have to keep them fed and watered and check for eggs. But being down here, they would be a little more independent than the ones up above, because down here they're not protected like they are the ones up by the house. But that's what my plan is with the next week or two, depending on the weather, is move them down here and let them tear that up. And when I get a load of compost, then I can move them out and get it ready to plant. But that's what the plan is at this point in time. It probably will change, but anyways, I showed you that. So now I've got some other projects to do, but that's going to end this video. So until we meet again, take care and God bless.